I love coffee so much, but not as much as I've missed you. I can't believe we're back here together. I'm as shocked as you. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I really am a terrible YouTuber. The fact that you guys put up with me is dumbfounding, honestly. It is. It's been a while since I put out an episode. I'm super happy to be back. I have my coffee. I hope you have your coffee. I'm gonna put it down so I don't burn myself. What is up? Happy Monday! And welcome back to another episode of Monday Coffee with the Doll. I am your hostess with the mostest, Miss Emily Doll. Yeah, it's me. I'm here. I'm also here with this. It's the hand of God. No, it's just a horrible reflection because even though when I replaced my phone from the lovely bath that Mr. Charlie Binks gave it, I just got a new phone, and this time he dropped it. And even though I spent money on one of those fancy military grade, drop from Mount Everest, won't crack your phone cases, well, it cracked right across my front camera lens right there. Yeah, it did. And I have an LG V30, and much like its damn sister before, the LG V20, you can't find anything for these phones. It's like, we're the best phone for people who want to do media and people who want to do pictures. And so I picked those. And this phone has I can't find phone cases. I can't find screen glass repair kit things. I can't find anything. So here I am with the hand of God in my video. All right, this is just terrible. All right, so it's been a while since I did an episode. This is going to be distracting, so we can't do that. No, we can't. It's been a hot minute since I put out a new Monday Coffee with the Doll, and you guys always put me in check when I start drifting, and I'll start getting comments. Hey, I love Monday Coffee with the Doll. When is there going to be a new episode? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm a horrible YouTuber. I really am. Doing YouTube videos is one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite content designing processes. I love how creative I can be in the editing process, and by the time it's done, I'm always really proud of it, and I love making the stupid little photos, the cover photos that are all edited together all crazy, and I get to be all Martha Stewart and shit. And I love the outcome, like forcing myself to do this right here. It can be really, really hard. So thank you for sticking with me and following me and liking my videos and sharing my videos. It means a lot to me that you're taking time out of your own life to share with me, and I love all you little doll heads for it. So it's been probably a month, I would say, since I did a video. I didn't want to pick any specific topic because just so much has gone on that I feel like we should just sit here and chat about and just getting all cozy with each other. I missed Monday Coffee for the first week because I got sick, and that went into the second weekend and back into the next week. And then life just started taking all these weird, drastic turns, like always for me. But it's been a weird array of different experiences. But I think that ultimately I've come out of this month of my life more in tune with my own love and kindness that I want to push out towards the rest of the world, I guess you can say. It's been a lot of emotional roller coastery type things where, for a minute everything's looking really great, and then you go into the next week and it starts to get dark, and it just kept getting darker and darker until we had the high school shooting here in Santa Fe, Texas. A lot of people put two and two together. because I live in Santa Fe, and that's where my P.O. box is, so people were checking on me, and we're okay. You know, our family is okay. We have friends that are going through a lot, and our town and our community is going through a lot, but ultimately the most beautiful thing that I've seen come out of a situation like this, unfortunately, because we've had so many situations like this, I've seen so much beauty, you know, start kind of just spreading itself out like a warm blanket to cover, you know, everybody affected by what happened here. And it's a beautiful thing because honestly, like, I don't know what else could start fixing anything in this world. Not just what happened here, but anything in this world. If you really look, if you scroll through Facebook one time or like interact with people online for 10 minutes, the one thing that this world lacks is just genuine love and compassion for anything other than itself, I guess you could say. I've had some crazy interactions recently. I was banned from Facebook. Again, good old Emily landing in the Facebook slammer once again. I did get banned. And if you guys follow me on anything, I talked about it really openly when I came back today, because today was my first day back, and that was exciting to get back to my old stomping grounds. It was a good break. I needed a Facebook break anyways, and I've never created like a separate account. Most people are like, you only have one account, and I'm like, well, yeah, I can barely keep up with that account. What are you talking about? I got a Facebook, I got a page, I got an Instagram, I got a Twitter's I don't know how to use, a Tumblr that scares me. Like, what do you mean? And I can't have more than one Facebook. I can't do it. But the bad part when you get banned from Facebook, if you're a page owner and you don't have any other admins, I'm the only admin on my page, you don't have another way to sign in to your Facebook account. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, crap, I can't post any of my work. I can't do any of my blogs. I can't, there's nothing I can share on there. And when that's one of your biggest followed platforms, that really sucks. So I did created a secondary account, and I decided to allow fans to add me on this account. Like, anybody who wants to send me a friend request, I'll accept. You guys are more than welcome to friend me here as a point of contact, but know that this account is a secondary account, and it won't be active. I won't be using it often. It's really just for in case of emergency, or if I go back to Facebook jail. But of course, I got tons and tons of friend requests, and most of them were people who already followed me, knew who I was. I did add a bunch of my friends, just in case, because a lot of them, that's the only way we contact each other. So I did create that, and it was the weirdest experience. It's probably one of the weirdest. It was worse. It was worse than this time that I went to a medieval fair, and I had like all these old man balls in my face that were in like tights, all friendly. I mean, like at the Ren Fair, or I think that's kind of what it was. That's like the medieval times, Renaissance. It was awesome. It was awesome. I was just like 12, so it scared me. But it was like that. I had all these balls in my face in this inbox all of a sudden. And I was like, oh my God, abort mission. It was terrible. It went over terrible. And of course, it wasn't everybody. So definitely don't try to put me in that, well, you just don't like any of your fans. You're just such a bitch. No. There was a lot of really awesome people who I interact with. I interact with everybody. But it really did surprise me how many people that were friending me, and it was all men. I can't say it was just people, because it wasn't. It was just men, sending me either horrible pictures just all the cocks. All the cocks in my inbox, or it was just verbal show me your bobs and vagine, like over and over and over again. And then when you don't give them what they want, they're like, "Wee, you didn't give me what I want, you're a whore, you're a slut, you're a bitch." And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's literally like watching when my 4-year-old wants to like drink an entire 6-pack of Coke, and I'm like, no, and they're like, you're the worst mom ever. Like, I don't give him what he wants. I'm not going to give you what you want. I'm sure as hell not your mama. I'm not going to put up with this. You're out of your damn mind, son. Needless to say, it was a nightmare. Okay? It was a nightmare. I made several new friends that I added to my friends list when I signed out of that account after my ban was lifted. And that's a fun thing. That's the thing that I love about social media, is that without it, I really wouldn't know as many people as I do, because I have horrible social anxiety, like terrible. I try to talk myself out of everything. Like, you guys don't, like, it's terrible. So getting to have so many amazing personal, connections with people has been a huge blessing in my life, and has helped me get through so much. And when I stepped kind of out of I guess, that little bubble that I had created for myself with all of these beautiful, amazing people that I had brought into my little circle, because I'm really selective of who I add on my Facebook, and I'll delete people like that if I have to, because that's my personal, it's my life, that's just Emily. That's where Emily's allowed to say what she wants, think what she wants, without having to, walk on any eggshells for anybody. These are the people who love me, support me, understand me. And that I need that safe environment, that positive source of energy, because I do struggle so badly with anxiety and depression. That's how I met my boyfriend. My boyfriend and I were friends for years on Facebook, getting to know each other. I've met some of my best friends through Facebook. So I've had to have that safe place for me, because they've supported me through the worst things that I've gone through in my life. So I guess when I kind of created this new account and I didn't have any type of guard up, and I was just like, I'm gonna add everybody, you guys can follow me here, it's not a fake account, it's not a spam account, it's not a catfish account, it's legit me for in case of emergency. So yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to follow me here, why not? Let me tell ya, things got real fast. It was terrible. I was sexually harassed. I was verbally assaulted. I was visually assaulted with so many dick pics, and videos that I'm not really sure what they were, because I definitely was not clicking on them. And I reported everything, and Facebook let me know that it was 100% acceptable to be talked to in that manner, that it didn't go against any guidelines. But there I was, sitting in Facebook jail for putting a troll in her place who's been harassing, our family. But that's okay. I mean, Facebook is a very twisted little bitch, if you know what I mean. Like, it's pretty crazy. So, I mean, that was an experience all on its own. I need the coffee. Did you guys see my cup? Look at it, isn't this sexy? Look at the lipstick. It's by my friends, forever above me. Rep your influence. They have some really bomb shirts that I need. They got like the best flutter tanks. Oh my gosh, I love them. Super amazing people. It's always the people that are like, embrace yourself and share it with the world. Share your positive energy with the world, that I always seem to have like the best connections with. And Forever Above Me clothing, they're really, really great people. Like, they have that solid structure of goodness. And I think that businesses that are built by people like that build their whole brand on that, and I always like to be involved with brands like that. So you guys will have to check them out. I'll put the link down there. So what else have I gone through? Let's see. I've been shooting a lot more, for sure. I've definitely trying to get back in to my modeling, because I think that's really where I went wrong over, you know, the past, not last year, but the year before that. You know, I really started losing touch with all of my creative outlets and all the things I was really passionate about, like modeling and pinup and things that I used to express myself. I started moving away from, because they did put a lot of negative things in my life, you know, whether I was dealing with bullies or some hateful chick that was mad at me for something, or I had to cancel a photo shoot because I didn't have a babysitter, or I had to work because I couldn't go to a car show that wanted me to host them. You know, it was always something, and I just kind of started almost forgetting, like, well, this isn't gonna happen, this isn't possible, and I just needed to really hold on a little bit longer, and I'm struggling trying to get back on my feet with all of my stuff right now. Everything's slowed down quite a bit for me, and whether it be my YouTube videos or my Facebook page, or, you know, I'm trying to make sure that, like, everything starts getting equal attention, and I'm working really hard for that. And one of the things that I'm starting to do again is express myself in all of the creative things that I love, and I think that that's really helping with my depression in a big way. Having that positive release of, you know, everything that I am, and I create this, whether it's a photograph or a beauty look or whatever it is. Like my pawn shoot, we did our pawn shoot, Jeff Rant's Photography, that's my boyfriend's photography company, and he and I went out there, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And he's like, no, we need to do it in the pond. And I was like, I'll try. And he's like, well, what do you want to wear? And I was like, I don't know. So I kind of just went in the bathroom, and I started playing with colors, and I started building this whole idea of this kind of ethereal water nymph. And I stepped out of my comfort zone with colors. I tend to stay with like blue or pink because I know how to work with those. It was always my favorite color in coloring books too. And then, so I picked yellows and oranges, and I did kind of a cool mohawk, and I was like, well, what are you gonna wear? And I thought like putting on a big dress or something, and I was like, well, you don't really have any of that in. You need to use what you got. And I was like, okay, well, let's do minimal. I really wanted the focus to be on the hair flowers that inspired the color palette that I did on my face. So I kind of just picked a really simple bra and panty set and used a wrap that was really gauzy to kind of brighten it up. And my boyfriend was like, just get in the water. I didn't realize it was going to be as hard as it was. I don't do well with water, and it was difficult. It was really difficult. I had a minor panic attack. It was that, like, I feel it right now. It was a weird thing that really tried to grab hold of me, and I was like, no, you're gonna do this, you're gonna get in the water. So I put on really heavy socks and boots because I didn't want to step on anything, and I was just like, we'll just get the boots wet. It's not a big deal. No big deal. And it turned out amazing. He was totally right on the idea, and with the look that I came up with his idea, the angles that he picked, it came out so amazing, and it wouldn't have been that amazing anywhere else. So I've been struggling a lot with allowing my anxiety to control me, and I've just been focusing more on putting it in check. And one of the things that I've been doing is I take fish oil every day. One of my friends on Snapchat, she was like, you need to take this, it'll help. That's what I took when I couldn't get my meds once when I was on vacation. And I think it's like a 1,300 milligram fish oil. I'll have to post a link. I think I'm allowed to do that with fish oil vitamins, right? That's not illegal, is it? But it really, I think, has helped me because I haven't been having like any big anxiety attacks. I've had some small ones where I just have to stop and really work to catch my breath. But I haven't had anything big, and I think it's kind of helping with a little bit of balancing, I mean, to say the least. It's been an interesting month for sure, and I'm learning a lot about taking control of parts of myself that I can control and learning to balance out the ones that I can't, I guess, in a sense. And I'm also learning to just let things go that don't matter. You know, I think that we waste so much time like really stewing on things that don't matter. Like, for instance, this girl who reported me that got me banned from Facebook. Like, was it annoying? Sure. What, did I make a big joke out of it? Yeah. Did I learn some things when I created a new Facebook account? Totally. But am I gonna continue worrying about it? No. I'm gonna make jokes about it because that's what I do. I poke fun. That's just, I have a very odd personality. But that's the difference between that. Like, do I want to be somebody like an internet troll who, like, that's it. That's all they do. It's that one track, like, they just live to suck the life and happiness out of other people. And that's all they focus on is who's pissing them off, who they need to target, who they need to one-up, who they need to put in their place. Okay, you reported me and put me in Facebook jail. That's like as legit as Monopoly jail, in case you didn't know. You know, it's ridiculous and it's immature and it's a waste of so much that you could be doing with your life. And I choose to not be in that category. Like, I choose to focus the rest of my time on things that are going to change and help people. You know, I have a lot that's changing just right now. I'm working with a lot of new brands, some really awesome brands, like Rebel Love Clothing and Hearts and Roses Clothing. I'm doing a lot more photo shoots. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with doing more crazy looks with my makeup, so I can hopefully start doing tutorials on them. My boyfriend and I are going to be opening a photography and media studio here that we're working on, Soon Studios, that we're really excited about. My kids are going to be another year old. Like, there's so many things that I have to focus on. Like, why would you want to focus on negative things in your life? It's a waste of time. So I'm really trying to slough off things that I have no control over, things that I can't change. Do they suck? Hell yes. Do they really put a hinder in my happiness or the plans that I have? Definitely. But I'm not going to let it stop me, and I'm not just going to sit here and pout about it. I'm going to get my butt in gear, and I'm going to do what I have to do to change things or get control of things or find a balance in things. Do I want this? Yes. Do I not want this? Get out of here. You know, I'm not going to be wasting time and energy on things that just try to tear me down and destroy me. I want to be happy, and I want to be the best mom and partner in crime that I can be. There's so many beautiful things that I can focus on, and that's where I'm going to invest my time. So I guess that's our point of the week, y'all. Who knew that's where it was going to go? Not me. Not me. No, but know that if you are somebody watching my channel who struggles with anxiety and depression, postpartum, PTSD, addiction, really anything that you might need counseling for, I do have some information on some therapy that I think is really badass because it opens up so many different ways to get therapy that you need in more affordable ways than I've ever found. But the best thing about it is if you don't like therapy or going to somebody's office or just that uncomfortable social anxiety trigger, I love BetterHelp because when you sign up, you get to pick the type of therapist that you are most comfortable with, whether it be male, female, They also give the option of gay, transgender options. Even when you sign up, it asks you if you're non-binary, which I think is really awesome. So they cater to a lot of different things for everybody. But the best part is that you don't have to go to anybody's office. You can just either like text your therapist or call them or email them. And I'm way better at expressing myself when I text or I write it out. So that's kind of why I think it's awesome. And I have the link for that in my description below, so if you guys want to check that out, you're more than welcome. But I think that's what's going to close up this episode. Remember that, I love your faces so, so much, and I'm so thankful that you guys put up with me and you watch my channel. So be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell like my 7-year-old says. Feel free to subscribe and share if you think that this message needs to go further than just your own brain. That didn't come out as well as I thought. But remember, these are the days that fill your week. You're in control of how they're going to be. Choose to make them as amazing as you are. And I will see you next time. All right, we're done. You're done. I love you.